have a work session with Tim Pinchek from the Recreation Department.
In January of 18, we started the process of the anchor facility, the new recreation facility, as well as some other partnerships that we provided with the Cavs, the Browns, the Indians, and such. We continue to add new programs. In February, March, April of this year, we had a lot of our programs from 17 and a little bit from 16, but we also created some new ones. Our little vet school, our Christmas planning that, has already begun for this year. During these past months, we've been planning for the fall season already, looking ahead for the Boo at the Woods. We're looking at our football program that we revamped. We're now going to be doing 3rd and 4th grade padded flag, which is something that in Northeast Ohio, a lot of the communities are doing. So it's full equipment with flags around. So the kids will be not tackling, but they'll be pulling the flags, wearing full equipment, getting used to it. It's a 7-on-7, a smaller field. Avon and Westlake and North Olmsted and some other areas surrounding Amherst and Lakewood, they're all participating in that 3rd and 4th grade pilot program for us. Avon did it last year with rave reviews. Matt Cato, who is our representative from the Indians, gave us this really fascinating video. I was telling Mayor Zilka about this in one of our meetings, as well as Councilman O'Donnell, that what they did was they made this huge ice hockey rink, and they put these huge goals as big as sheds on the rink, and they told these adults, go ahead and play. They said, go ahead and play a whole game. Well, these adults were winded like in 2 minutes. They couldn't make it back and forth. They just couldn't do it. And, that was what it looked like from a kid, at that age, playing on a large regulation field that, all your high schools and your colleges and your pros, it doesn't even matter what sport it is. It could be baseball, it could be football, it could be soccer. So that was something that's on our website right now, so people can take a look at that. That was shared with all the coaches meetings that we've had for football. Going to be putting in a buoy over at Vets, as well as life-saving rings. That was based on the unfortunate happenings that we had last year from a petition that was from some of the survivor and family of the person that drowned at the park. So we took that next step. We're creating a whole lifeguard station at the top of Vets. We're going to be putting some life preservers up there that people can use at their leisure as long as they put them back. The life rings will be available in case anybody should see a need to use those. So currently right now, Vets Beach, it will be open. The first 2 sections of the beach, the 3rd and 4th section, will be closed because of the erosion problem that we have on the cliff. That will open the same as the pool season, which is June 1st. Miller Road Park, the beach is closed. There is no beach. The water's all the way up to the walls right now. So as I mentioned, the pool opens June 1st. We have new staff that we have in place there for concessions. The woman's name is Rebecca McNeil. She's phenomenal. She comes from Lorraine Community College running their concessions. She replaced Diane Scarpelli, who passed away last fall. And her assistant is going to be Beth Schillings. Beth is a teacher over at Troy. Beth and Rebecca have done a great job. They're very well organized. They've already opened the stand for baseball and softball that we've had at Blesser as we speak. So well underway with concessions already. Again, we're already planning for the Christmas by the Lake. That'll be November 30th. Boo by the Woods, October 20th. More things to come at the Anchor. We're really trying to pack that this year in the fall and in the winter, this coming winter. Our programs are growing, our department's growing, and we look forward to good things to come. So we updated that rule, and we actually bought a little small cooler from Drug Mart. And it sits right in the window at the admissions office. You can bring in a cooler of this size, with anything you want in it, for those juice boxes, for those treats for the kids, for those special populations that need special foods and things of that nature. What we're really trying to do is prohibit the rolling coolers that come in. The people that, they think they're going to the beach and they bring in the kitchen sink when they're rolling through the gates. Unless they have a rental or a party, which is absolutely permitted, they can do all those things. But we're really trying to support our concession stand by not allowing the big coolers with the wheels. So.
All right, so now we'll go to the one other item which the mayor kind of mentioned for everybody viewing this evening is that out of the Finance Committee, which will be going to, it was passed out of Finance, it'll be going to Public Service Committee, dealt with trying to obtain a better sound in here, kind of remake the old council chamber so that you have better camera work, better sound. We've heard the complaints, and there's certainly something that we need to address. when we were looking at the presentation presented by Barb Cagley, I mean, we're looking at issues, 1996 audio equipment in here, 2006 broadcasting, had cameras back in 2007. And we have technology differences between the new projector that we put in 2017 versus the dock cam that was put in 2010. So we have a mixture of stuff that needs to be completely done for the presentation and transparency that we want to present. And hopefully this will move through public service and go from there and try to get it done over the summer when council goes on recess. So we hopefully have a better situation coming back in the when the recess is over. So I know there's been a lot of concerns on that, and we're hopefully going to try to address that and do it all up in one the best way we can instead of doing a Band-Aid method and parts and pieces. So hopefully that'll happen.
There's going to be a ribbon cutting at the old firehouse for the pollinator / outdoor classroom garden that is going to be installed there. It's a 3,000 square foot garden.
Yeah, what's the date on that again? And the
It's
time?
going to be the 30th, May 30th at 1 p.m. Rain or shine. We'll be indoors if it's raining.
Thank you. I have a couple. Of course, next Monday is Memorial Day. The events start at American Legion Hall at 8 a.m. We proceed to the Avon Lake Cemetery down the street here at 9 o'clock. There'll be a ceremony there commemorating those who passed in the last year. And then any resident who has a family member who they would like to honor, they can walk up to the microphone, announce their name and their branch of service and where they may have served. Then we also have the parade starting at 10 o'clock, and then after that there's a nice luncheon at the American Legion Hall. We had a problem at Lear and Krebs. At 8:27, the police department got a report that the railroad crossing was not functioning properly and traffic was backed up to Dorchester. It was a function of them working at the Route 83 tracks, and the signals got confused and the things went up and down, and it caused some real consternation. A number of people working at the clinic got there late because they had to sit for a little while, but it was cleared up. The police were there at 8:38, and it was fixed shortly thereafter, so the problem was less than half an hour. Nonetheless, it was very frustrating for people. I mentioned Community Challenge last week, Avon versus Avon Lake. If you want to participate in that, you can sign up until this coming Thursday. And we need to remind people Miller Road now will be closed not this week. They moved that back to next week. So Tuesday the 29th till Friday, June 1st, Miller Road will be closed for those repairs. And finally, I would like to acknowledge and announce for public consumption the passing of Jack Kinsner, who was an incredibly active resident of the city of Avon Lake. Those of you in Kiwanis know he was into his mid-90s, and he was still working until, I think, last year, selling space on the pancake breakfast pads, placemat and everything. Jack was an amazing guy. He was very active in the boat club, and there's going to be a memorial service for him on Saturday at the Lutheran Church. And his passing is a real loss to the city. He was a great guy, and Avon Lake has benefited greatly from his contributions over the many years.